Hello guys, my name is Evans and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be doing the last part of the May-June 2018 IGCSE ICT paper 3-1. And I've received so many requests from you guys that I do the last part of this paper prior to the exam. Now, I've had so many things to do today that I've didn't even plan on recording the last part of this paper. So this is about 9 p.m. my time, and I'm still at the office, and I would need to go back home. But before I do that, let me quickly just record the remaining part for you guys so that you are comfortable going into exam. Some of you, the exam is about 7 hours time. Some of you 6 hours time. Some of you 9 hours time. Depends with which country you're from. But I hope a number of you will get to see this video before your exam. And I'll try to make it as fast as possible and as short as possible, so that you guys can, whilst you're brushing your teeth to go to school, you can be watching this. All right, so let's start with task 3 spreadsheet. You're going to prepare a spreadsheet model to calculate the number of bricks used to build a wall. So step 14 says identify the symbols used within spreadsheet formula for the following mathematical operators. So you have multiply, divide to the power of, and is not equal to. Now guys, here you are not restricted. You can actually check out some of these formulas. You can open a spreadsheet and check out these formulas, rather the symbols that are used for these operators, okay, operations rather. So for multiply, of course you use the asterisk, and then for divide is a /. Power of, you use let me just put these symbols there so we can open our evidence document, okay, and write where we're supposed to put here. So the first one was multiplication. So for multiplication you can use that symbol. For division you can use a /. For power you can use this symbol. And the last one, which was supposed to be is not equal to, you can use just this, okay. So these would be the operators that you would use for your Excel, okay. Next, type the symbols in the table. Whatever, we've done that. Save your evidence document. Okay, we can go ahead and save the evidence document. Next, we'll need to open the files j1831estimator.csv and j1831bricks.csv in a spreadsheet package and examine the contents. So go ahead and open these two files and examine the contents. Okay, so this is the estimator file, and it's the one that we'll be working on. And then there is also the bricks file, which is this one. And again, just by looking the data, you have got more rows than columns, so you know that if you are retrieving any file, or rather any data from this spreadsheet or from this CSV file, then you're going to be using VLOOKUP because you have got more rows than columns, okay. So let's go to our question paper. So edit the file j18estimator.csv so that it looks like this, okay. So we have row 1 and row 2. If you notice, row 1, row 2, row 1 is actually, it doesn't look like it's merged with row 2. So here we have to be extra careful. It doesn't look like it's merged with row 2, but it shares the same background with row 2, okay. So we'll get our spreadsheet, okay, and these two, give them the same background color, which is a light gray like that, okay. So notice that they are not sharing they're not merged, okay. So then this one, make it bold and make it a large font and then center it, okay. And then okay, so guys, let me just respond to a message quickly. Right, guys, so we can continue. Sorry, I had to respond to a message from the finance manager. So when you hear of the finance manager, you think of money, so you have to stop what you're doing. Just kidding. Okay. So what we need to do now, we're doing the formatting of this. So first of all, we need to check which cells have been merged. So from A to C, we can tell that these cells have been merged because Bobby's bricks is spread over this. So the same thing with A2 to C2, they have been merged as well. And because cost estimator for brick walls is spread over these cells. So we can do just that as well. We can merge these cells, merge and center, and do that as well, merge and center. And then we can now start to enlarge this, and you enlarge it only to the size so you can get an idea. Notice that Bobby's starts just around midway between the start of the cell and where A is, just around here, and it ends somewhere near C. So, and then notice that the font there used is a sans serif font, and it's a sans serif font throughout here. So I'll leave it at Calibri because that's a sans serif font. So select it like this and then expand it. So this is perfectly fine. We can try to reduce it a little bit. Nope. This is perfectly fine. I don't have issues with this one, so we can also increase this one. So this one is supposed to be start near where B is, around there. That should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. So they are both bold, so you can make this one bold as well and just reduce it a little bit like that. Okay. The next thing that you can do, I think that's it for the formatting. Then we need to start working on this one. So let's see row 3. Notice row 3 has been, the height has been changed. So you can change the height of row 3, just click there and drag it like that. Okay, so that should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. The next thing that you can do now, the color is a little bit dark for the shading, so we can use a darker shading a little bit. Maybe that one. Yeah, that's perfect. So the next thing that we'll need to do now is to save the spreadsheet with the file name J1831 underscore followed by your center number and candidate number, for example, J1831ZZ9999 underscore 999. Okay, so let's go ahead and do just that. So go to Save As, and then in the current folder, and then we'll save this one. We'll just remove the estimator and put ZM5560001 and change it as a spreadsheet. Okay. All right. So take a screenshot showing cells A1 to C12 of your spreadsheet, including the row and column headings, and place this in your evidence document. So that's A1 to C12. Okay. A1 to C12, which is just around here, and then get a screenshot of this. Okay. You can get like that. Just do this. You can get this one here, A1 to C12, like that. It's a screenshot, and you can go ahead and paste it in your evidence document. Okay, copy it and paste it in your evidence document. Okay, then next you will need to place in your name, center number, and candidate number in the center of the header, and place an automated file name including file path on the right in the footer. Okay, so your name, center number, and candidate number in the center of the header. So insert header and footer. In the center you have your name, Chikasa Evans, ZM 556 and 0001. And then in the right of the footer, so go to footer. In the right of the footer, you insert the name and file path. Okay, so like that. So that's fine. Then next, for steps 17 to 20, you may enter test data to help you create a model. So in other words, they're saying that If you're testing to see if your formulas are working, you're free to use some data that you think will help you test that this formula is working. So restrict the data entry in cell B4 to S or D. So in B4, where is B4? B4 is here. Restrict the data entry to S or D. So here you're going to do some validation. So go to data and then go to data validation and data validation. So because you've got 2 or more values, so you have a list. So here you can say S or D, okay, and say okay. And notice you can test and see that you can select S or D in this case, okay. Take a screenshot of your method restricting the data entry, place this in your evidence document. So again, you come here, go to data validation since it's already selected, and then just get a screenshot of this window. Okay, let me get a snipping 2. Snipping 2 will act better. Okay, so cancel this one. Let's get it afresh. There you go. Settings, actually it was, I didn't even need to cancel. Where's my snipping 2? Okay, select it and we'll change the mode to a window snip and just get this window. Bingo, it looks good. And we're going to paste it here. Okay, just resize it a little bit. Whoops, it doesn't fit. I was hoping it can fit after resizing it. Okay, there you go. Okay, step 18, enter a formula in cell B10 to display single if cell B4 contains S, or to display double if B4 contains D. Okay, so this is where you use your if statements. So in B10, okay, B10, to display single if it is D here. So here you say if, then brackets, if this one equal to D if you want, but D will be like this, okay, then it should be displayed as double. Otherwise, comma, it should be displayed as single. And close that. Okay, so you can test that and see that it is actually working. Okay, next question. So we are done with this. Let's just highlight some of this stuff. So we are done with this one, done with this one. Enter a function in cell B9 to look up the name of the type of bricks using the file, this one. So we are looking at for the name of the type of brick. So come here. Here you have brick called, the brick name. So this is what we're looking for. So we have the name of the type of brick, and then each brick has got its own code, so we can use here. So the thickness of the wall, the type of brick chosen. So I don't know where we're supposed to put the formula. We're supposed to put the formula in B9. Okay, so in B9, which is here, and then this is the brick code that is going to be put here. So the brick code will go here. Let's say we have a C as brick code, and then here in B9 we're going to put the name of the bricks. Okay, so in B9 we enter the formula and then we check for the type of brick used. Okay, look up the name. So we'll look up for the name of the type of brick used using that file. So what we do is here we'll say equal to VLOOKUP, and then you get the lookup value, which is going to be the code there, comma, and then the table array. The table array will come from this table, so right from here all the way to here, and then here you select the column index, that is the column that you want to return. You want to return column 2 and want to return an exact match, so we return false, and do that. Okay, and notice that it picks up. So you can try different brick codes. So A doesn't exist. Let's see, D doesn't exist. R exists. Okay, I haven't checked the codes for the bricks, but here you can test like you've seen, and you can try different codes that are here. Okay, and they will be listed. So Some walls are single skin walls. These are 1 brick thick. Okay, so stronger walls are double skin, and these are 2 bricks thick. So to calculate the number of bricks that will be required for a single skin wall, the following formula is supposed to be used. Okay, so 1, the length and height of the wall are multiplied together. So when you start, guys, to do this, just follow it as it is. So first of all, multiply the length and the height together. Okay, so just come here. Now we need to find out where we're going to put the formula. So to calculate the number of bricks that will be required for a single skin wall, okay, okay, so step 19 gives us that information, but in step 20, that's where we're supposed to enter the formula. So let's just read through. This is divided by the face area of each brick, and then twice as many bricks are needed for a double skin wall, and for both skin and single skin walls, for both double skin and single skin walls, an extra 10% is always added as some bricks will be damaged, and an extra 50% are added as some would need to be cut. Okay, so step 20 says enter a formula in cell B11 to calculate the number of bricks required for a wall. You can only buy whole bricks. So now make sure that whatever value you get, you round it off so that you don't have decimal or points of some kind. Okay, so in B11, that's where we're going to start putting the formula. So B11 here, we need to type equal to, and then the first formula is actually the one we've highlighted, the length and the height multiplied together. So the length and the height multiplied together. So the length is this one multiplied by the height, which is this one. Okay, you can even hit enter key if you want. That is fine. Next, this is divided by the face area of each brick. So what is the face area of each brick? Face area of each brick is this one here. So we are going to use VLOOKUP to retrieve this value and then divide it into the one that we have. Okay, so here, write this one here. We can put I can put this in brackets if I want. Okay, and then divide by, and then VLOOKUP. Okay, and then what am I retrieving? So I'm using this code again, and then comma, then the table array is the one that is there. So actually I can even copy that formula that was there initially for the VLOOKUP and just paste that. So comma, and then the face in centimeters, which is the face is supposed to be this one. So it is column 4, and then we're retrieving an exact match. Okay, so that is done, and notice that it is still 0 because we don't have any value here. So let's say we can test some value here. For example, you can say that if you come here, which value can we put? Okay, let's get 156.95. Let's say this is E. Okay, so we'll get E, which is 156.95, and then we need to come up with a length in such a way that we are going to get a value that is going to be divisible, something like this. Okay, so let's say our length is going to be 156.95, and then our height is going to be 10, and then let's see what we can do. So our length is 159.95. I don't know if it is 159 or 156. Okay, just verify that. My mouse for some reason is lagging. Okay, it's 156.95, and yeah, and then this one will make it as 10. So we expect that when you multiply these two, we have 1569, and when you divide this number into that, we should have some value here. So we have something like 11 point something. So, well, it works out that way. If this one was a 1, then we expect to have 1 point something. Okay, so the reason is I'm expecting to have a 1 flat actually. Yeah, so if I get this number, copy it, and that's the number that I want to have for my height, and that's the number that is there for my height. So if I multiply this number and this number, I should have the exact value here. Okay, and then if I get this same number, divide by what I'm retrieving, I should have, oh, whoa, it's supposed to be E here. So, whoa, these are simple mistakes that you can make. So it's supposed to be code E for 156. Remember, we said that 156, the code is E. So if we are using this value, then the code is E. So we can test and make sure that the code is E. And then now we should have a 1. Okay, if we put a 10 here, we should have a 10 there. Okay, so that the formula is working perfectly fine. Okay, so you can delete these values here. You don't need them for now. Then you can go to the formula. So twice as many bricks are needed for a double skin wall. So we know that twice as many are needed for a double skin wall. So what do? We multiply this by 2. Okay, so we can multiply it 2 by this one. This is for a double skin wall. Okay, so again, we can test this one. For example, we can say if this is D, if B4 equal to D, okay, like that. If that's the case, then we need twice of these. So this, the true part, if it's true, then we need this one times 2. And then if it is not true, then we just copy this same one and we need it just once only. Copy it and paste it on the first part, which means this is just once. And then close your if statement like that and hit enter key. So let's try it now. So we'll put the same value that we put there. Rather, we put 156.95, and then here we're going to put a 1. Okay. So notice, if it is double skin, it says 2. If it is single skin, it should say 1. Okay, so which means your formula at this stage is working perfectly. Then for both a double skin and single skin walls, an extra 10% is always added as some bricks will be damaged. So extra 10%, that means on top of the 100% that you have, add 10%, that will give you 110. So 110 divided by 100, that's 1.1. So that's a factor that you multiply this by. Okay, so you go to the formula and multiply 1.1 multiplied by the whole thing. Okay, that should be it. So if you have a double skin and then you have 2.2. Now remember, at some point we're told that we shouldn't have decimal. Bricks are supposed to be picked up as they are. Okay, so next we're going to go to this one. So we've done this one. An extra 50 bricks are added as some will be cut. Okay, so here we need to add an extra bricks of 50 bricks. So come here and put there and add 50 bricks plus, and then I can put this in brackets just to make it look neat. Okay, it's not necessary that you have to put it in bracket, but I just want to put it in brackets just to make it neat. Okay, so that's 52.2. That's fine. If it's single, then we expect 51.1. That's fine. Okay, then the next part, so we're done with this one, and then we're told that you can only buy whole bricks. So if you've got 2.2 bricks, that means you need 3 bricks. There's no way you can say round down and then you get 2 bricks. I mean, you have shortage, so you need, even if you have 2.2.000099999, you still need 3 bricks. Okay, so let's go ahead and round up this one. Okay, so we'll round up everything, round up, so that whatever number we get, like initially we had 51, so we should have 52. So here specify how many decimal places, 0, and then that. So now you have 52. So if you have got a double, you should have 53. Okay. Next thing that we will need is that if we are, let's see where we question paper is here. Save and print the spreadsheet showing the formula. Make sure that it is in landscape orientation and rows and column headings are fully visible and the contents are fully visible. So put it in landscape and it should be fully visible. Go to formulas and show your formulas. Select that, double click, hopefully the rows and column should be fully visible. So go to File, Print, and change it to landscape orientation, like that. The next thing that you have multiple pages. Okay, so please don't try to fit it on one page. Okay, you haven't been told to do that. So under Sheet, just make sure that the grid lines and the row and column headings are fully visible, like that. And then you have got 3 pages, and your data is going to fit on 3 pages. That's fine. Just print it as it is. Okay. So next, I'll go back to my formula and hide the formulas now. Go to the question paper, and here we're done with this one. So we're done with this one. So enter the data to build a single skin wall with a brick called V, and the length 400 centimeters and a height of 60 centimeters. So the code will be V this time, and the height is 400, and the length is 400 and the height is 60. Okay, and we need now to get a screenshot of this formula to see if it is working accordingly. Okay, so that would be that. Now we need to check our formula if it is working well. So it's supposed to be a single thing here. We didn't check that, so single, that should be that. So let's just do this. Okay, that's fine. The next thing that we're supposed to do, once we put this data here, then we need to put print this spreadsheet showing the values. Make sure that printer fits on a single page and the contents are fully visible. So you can now do this. Okay, just go ahead and go to File, then Print, but make sure that everything now is in portrait and your data fits on a single page. Okay, so you just have 1 out of 1 page. That's fine. Go ahead and print that. Okay, then you go back to the question paper, change the model so that the wall is double skin and its height is 50 centimeters. So change the wall, let it be double skin, and the height is supposed to be 50 centimeters. Okay, and this is the value that you get. Okay, so next, print the spreadsheet showing the values. Make sure that the printer fits on a single page and the contents of the cells are fully visible. And this printer should have your name, center number, and candidate number on all the pages. So just go File, Print, and then go ahead and print here. Okay, so next, save and print your FDS document and make sure that you have entered your name, center number, and candidate number on your FDS document, blah 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 blah, and there you go with your total 37 marks. Okay, so we've been able to do this in under 30 minutes or so, and thank you so much guys for watching, and I hope you do well in your exam. I wish you all the very best, and my prayer for you is that God will just bring to remembrance all the stuff that you guys have studied. I mean, you've worked so hard and you've reached this far. This is the time now. This is the moment now. Go in the exam with your head lifted up on high. Don't go looking down as though you're trying to pick up some coins from the floor. Be proud. You're a child of the Most High God, and God will help you. Above all, don't forget to study. Even after you're done with your practical papers, go flat out for your theory. I mean, study. If you aim for an S-star, don't relax that you've gotten good marks on your practical papers. Go out there and get good marks also from your theory paper. Okay, so thank you so much guys. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment, and probably I'll make a theory video for you. Maybe, just maybe, who knows. All right, bye bye.